Welcome to the Weekly Market Wrap-Up. I'm Hannah Bernard. Clarity. It's the quality most sought after by investors and often the most elusive to achieve. However, this week some clarity was delivered to the markets as Greece agreed to talk to its creditors in an effort to settle its EU debt, and Russia signed a ceasefire agreement with Ukraine. What impact did all this have on the markets? Let's find out. U.S. stocks closed sharply higher on Thursday as investors cheered the ceasefire agreement between Russia and Ukraine. The Dow Jones Industrial Average soared 110 points on Thursday to close at 17,972. The S&P 500 jumped nearly 20 points Thursday, or 0.96% to close at 2,088. And the Nasdaq continued its tear on Thursday after opening at its highest level since March of 2000, which was at the peak of the dot-com bubble. The tech-heavy index finished Thursday up 56 points, or 1.18% to close at 4,857. Now let's turn to Canadian markets, which saw resource stocks give the Toronto stock market a solid advance. The Toronto Stock Exchange continued its upward climb on Thursday, helped by a weaker U.S. dollar, which boosted oil and metals higher. The TSX Composite Index gained 77 points to close at 15,228. The TSX Venture Exchange continued its quest for stability with a 2.22-point bump on Thursday to close at 692.44. World markets breathed a sigh of relief on Thursday as Greece agreed to talk to its creditors about finding a way out of its hated international bailout. Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras, who is attending his first European Union summit, agreed to meet with representatives at the European Commission, the European Central Bank, and the IMF today in an effort to prevent its new leftist-led government from running out of money as early as next month. It was a political climb down that marks a potential first step towards resolving the Greek debt crisis, which continues to threaten global financial turmoil. Tesla Motors announced this week that it missed fourth quarter sales targets and profit expectations, but CEO Elon Musk said on Wednesday the company's growth trajectory could take its market value to $700 billion by 2025, matching that of Apple. It was a glimmer of optimism which capped a difficult quarter that saw the electric car company struggle with production and delivery issues. Particularly worrying to investors, Musk also said that despite the earnings miss, the company still plans to spend staggering amounts of money on capital expenditures such as new plants and facilities in the near future. Tesla Motors closed down Thursday 4.66%. Now to winners and losers in our picks for the week. The winner for this week is Ballard Power Systems Inc., ticker symbol BLDP. Ballard shares skyrocketed 60% on Wednesday after announcing a deal with Volkswagen to transfer its fuel cell technology. VW will pay Ballard a total of $80 million to acquire IP assets and to extend an engineering services contract for next-generation fuel cell stacks. Burnaby, BC-based Ballard has developed leading-edge technology in critical areas of hydrogen fuel cell product design. The technology is considered a promising zero-emission alternative to electric cars. The loser for this week is Pier 1 Imports Inc., ticker symbol PIR. Pier 1 shares were hammered on Wednesday, losing almost 25% in value after a hat trick of troubling news hit the street. The company issued a disappointing revised guidance for its fiscal year 2015 that showed slowing sales. The CFO retired, and the Rosen law firm announced it's preparing a class action lawsuit to recover losses suffered by PIR shareholders. This is surprising news for Pier 1 and its shareholders, as encouraging sales results in December seem to indicate some clear progress at the chain. Well, those are our winners and losers for this week, and now it's time to check in on the gains that you could have locked in by following the weekly watch list from Robert James and Viral Stocks. That's enough about this week. Now let's turn to Baystreet.ca's look at the week ahead and the snapshot of what analysts are forecasting for companies whose earnings reports are coming out next week. Here are 3 U.S. stocks to watch. First up on Tuesday is Waste Management Inc. with an EPS estimate of 61 cents compared to 56 cents in the prior year quarter. Next up on Thursday is Priceline.com Inc. with an EPS forecast of $9.30 compared to $8.40 in the prior year quarter. Last week, IBM announced it's suing Priceline, accusing it of infringing on 4 patents and claiming billions of dollars in royalties. Finally, on Friday is Deere & Co. with an EPS estimate of 83 cents compared to $1.81 in the prior year quarter. And now here are 3 Canadian stocks to watch next week. First up on Wednesday is Barrick Gold Corporation with an EPS forecast of 14 cents compared to 37 cents in the prior year quarter. Also on Wednesday is London Mining Corporation with an EPS estimate of 8 cents compared to 7 cents in the prior year quarter. And finally on Thursday is Goldcorp Inc. with an EPS forecast of 13 cents compared to 9 cents in the prior year quarter. This month, Goldcorp declared a 5-cent per share monthly dividend in line with expectations. And that wraps it up. Thanks again so much for joining us for another weekly market wrap-up. Before you head out for the weekend, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel or podcast on iTunes and find us on Facebook and on Twitter. For Viral Network News and Baystreet.ca, I'm Hannah Bernard.